cartoon characters with no aura. Okay, this is gonna be a stupid ass video, but you know what? I don't even care at this point. I was gonna make a whole video surrounding the word aura and how it's super corny, but everybody knows that by now. The word aura's gotten completely destroyed by TikTok, but that doesn't keep any of these characters safe from having none of it. Today we look at cartoon/movie characters with no aura. First up, we got Ice King. So as we all know, the Ice King is probably even a bigger simp in Adventure Time than Finn. But Ice King is just on a whole nother level of desperate. But he doesn't get the girl in the end, because, well, he's old as shit. But here's the moment I would like to cite from Ice King. So there was this episode in Adventure Time where he writes a song with Marceline. Probably the most horrendous episode for the Ice King character, where he was just being an absolute cringe ball the entire time they were writing the song. So he shows up to Marceline's house uninvited, invites himself in, somehow gets tied up, and then when Finn and Jake leave, he utters these words.
You know, I kinda like being tied up in these cords. Kinda freaky.
Yo, I don't know how the hell I missed that. Yeah, that just went right over my head when I was a kid. And then Marceline just drops his ass. And then look at his face in the end. Do you think this is gonna get you the women, Ice King? At this point, they're trying harder to stay away from him. I just remember seeing this episode as a kid and just remember cringing so hard, especially when Ice King starts singing. Yeah, he just went cardboard with that. Like, he didn't even lose any of it. It's just been lost forever. Like, throughout the whole series. Like, the minute I looked at the character Ice King, I already knew he had no aura. Like, a lot of the memes showcase, like, people getting negative aura or whatever, but Ice King had none of it to begin with. Next up, we have Jeff from Clarence. Yeah, his head is literally a block. Now, I don't know how to describe it, but I always remember Jeff, when I watched Clarence, Jeff was always the most bitch-made character, and probably the most sensitive there was in the show. When Gilbin and Jeff had a shared birthday party, this dude, Jeff, was so much like the main character for the day. He heard Gilbin's name when they were singing happy birthday like you should. Then he lost it and just crashed out and started blowing out all the candles. And then he just attacks Gilbin. Like, Jeff was probably my least favorite out of the whole okay, never mind. Belson is probably worse. But look at everyone's face after Jeff did that. That just killed the entire reputation of Jeff. And it was in front of pretty much most of the classmates that go to that school. Yosemite Sam. Now, I remember watching reruns of Looney Tunes when I was a kid, and holy shit, this guy was literally like, what did he say, like 19 inches tall? He would always utter those words too, which won't even make you any more threatening, so I don't even know why he says that. Like, he could say like he's 21 inches. At least say you're over goddamn 2 feet at that point. Like, if Yosemite Sam were to spawn into real life, and he were to threaten you, would you feel threatened? No. Absolutely nobody would. You would squish him and he's dead. And then he would say these random ass phrases that just made no sense at all. So Yosemite Sam, it's just not landing at all. The threat level's still at 0. The insults probably made it even lower. Next we have Vector from Despicable Me. When he was sitting with Gru in that big ass red room where he was applying to be a villain or something, I already knew this guy was a cornball the minute I saw his character. Gru wanted nothing to do with you, low bro. And he was over here like, I'm applying to be a new villain. The name's Vector. Oh yeah. Yeah, no one wants to be Vector. And no one cares for Vector at all. And this dude is literally wearing a tracksuit. Apparently his real name is Victor, and now he wants to be referred to as Vector because Victor was his nerd name. Apparently just changing the I to the E is really gonna give Vector all this aura, apparently. Like, what's the difference between Victor and Vector? Does Victor not move with direction and magnitude? I don't know. And not only that, he's just one of the goofiest villains I've ever seen. Like, how do you even take this guy serious? Like, if it was just Vector standing in the street, you took away his house with all his booby traps in it or whatever, you're not menacing Vector. It's over. It's wraps. Next, we have the girl Sierra from Total Drama. Oh my god, this girl was obsessed with Cody. She knew literally every existing fact about this guy. She even knew what time of day Cody takes a shower on the regular. Okay, never mind. I don't know if it was that bad. But literally any bit of information she could get her hands on, she had it and she knew it. Cody was not feeling her at all, rightfully so. Like, this shit is just creepy as hell. No aura at all. That shit is in the negatives, bro. Cody's over here simping for a different girl. Like, he doesn't even give a singular shit. This is literally what a Twitch simp would act like in real life. She tucked in a picture of Cody in her bed. Ugh. Next, we gotta talk about Jesse and James. Now, it's not their persona, per se, that's, like, super corny. They just suck. Their power level is basically 0. And their power level would go up if they got some better Pokemon. Would they use Meowth, Wobbuffet, and like Weezing? Like, bro, those Pokemon suck. I mean, no wonder why they're going for Ash's Pikachu. Like, it makes sense now. Because I guess they just suck so bad at catching the Pokemon in the Pokeball. And when they showed up in the show, it wasn't even a threat anymore. It was just a joke. The whole gimmick behind Team Rocket was they would get blasted off in every episode by Pikachu's Thunderbolt. Next, we have Banana Joe. Now, Banana Joe, he just got caught lacking, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. There was an episode where Banana Joe got caught lacking, and the dirty joke was there was like a box of tissue next to his laptop. Yeah, that shit was super embarrassing, and it was by his dad. So you can only imagine how much points were lost there. And then he made this super annoying song and posted it on the internet. And the contents of the song, it was not a banger. He literally just said banana na over and over again. Although Gumball's in the big three of cartoons in the 2010s, and it was in the big three because Banana Joe wasn't one of the main characters. And his mom creeped me the hell out. Greg Heffley. Pathetic. Pathetic. You know what, hell, might as well throw all the Heffleys in there, aside from Roderick. But Greg and Manny have got to be the worst. For starters, look at Manny. Bro is literally built like a mole rat. And in the book Cabin Fever, he shut off the Heffley power because no one taught him how to tie his shoes. You're not the main character, though, bro. Literally just harness your inner Cocomelon, baby, and look up a tutorial. But the cheese touch scene for Greg, no one wanted to interact with this dude ever. And even before the cheese touch scene was literally just a humiliation ritual to send it off. And not only that, he would always do these cornball-ass things in class. Like, he stuck 2 beakers in his nose, and he went up to this girl and he said, "Look at me." Greg goddamn Heffley. Okay, I get it. The word aura's corny. It was ruined by TikTok. But I'd rather say that than swag in 2024. But Greg Heffley, you really thought that this was gonna make a girl laugh. Like, look at his stupid face. Like, this is what happens. This is the face of a man that gets into cornball activity. Like, this is some shit like your uncle would do to make you laugh as a baby. But apparently Greg Heffley's gonna get all the girls with this. I just gotta stop hating. Next, we have 11 from Stranger Things. Now, in season 4, she starts to embarrass herself so much at the skate park. Then it was at the school. She was trying to prove a school bully wrong or something, trying to fight her or some shit. And she screamed like, "Ah!" And then nothing happened. Imagine how embarrassing that is. Like, I don't know. Like, I was physically cringing when watching scenes like that from 11 in season 4. It was actually so bad. Next, we have Robin. Now, specifically Robin from Teen Titans Go. Now, Robin from Teen Titans, he had aura. But in Teen Titans Go, he lost all of it. I don't know what the reboot did to Robin, but they did him dirty. They just made everyone else stupid, goofy, or dumb, except for Raven. But Robin had to be the worst, because this dude turned into a cat, put on a whole cat suit for Starfire. Like, bro, look at this dude. Like, you can't say this is aura. He even meowed and all. Robin from Teen Titans would be so disappointed. Caillou. This dude was so spoiled and bald. It was crazy. He was just a spoiled bitch. No one liked him at all. And they brought his ass back on Peacock. Do you think I'm happy about that? Hell no. The world did not need to see more of the spoiled brat. You cannot tell me a little Timmy scrolling on Peacock, they're gonna stop you like, wait, hold up. Look at that. So much aura. And they're gonna click and watch. Absolutely not. This shit should have stayed on PBS Kids only. Then you got Bling Bling Boy, or Eugene. I think that's what his name was. Like, look at this fit. Just examine the fit. This fit is so goofy. It's like comparable to Vector's fit, but it's got more diamonds on it. It's more expensive. And that money is not from him. It's from his parents. So Bling Bling Boy went ahead and spent his parents' money on a goofy-ass fit. Somehow managed to be goofier than Vector's fit. And then try to pull Johnny Test's sisters. Like, it's not gonna happen if you're dressed like this. Like, they care about goddamn Gil, not you. Like, you got the bonk choy head from PVZ2, along with the Lil Huddy middle part. This is a crazy build for a cartoon character, I'm not gonna lie. They probably just made him ugly on purpose, so we would all hate him. And then he literally asked to marry Susan Test and offered up one of his diamond teeth. So yeah, says a lot about the character of Bling Bling Boy. He'll literally do anything. Annoying Orange. Bro thinks he's so funny, but he literally just annoyed everybody around him. Like, hell, his name is Annoying Orange. His whole existence is to be annoying. Do you think that would translate to aura? Absolutely not. And then he had the goofiest laugh of all time. Like, I don't think this orange ever shuts up, like, ever. But yeah, I don't know how to truly define quote-unquote aura, but it is most definitely not defined by these characters. I know it's not the greatest word selection, but I really don't know how else to describe it. And plus, it makes a great title. And you know what else makes a great video? A video about all of the dumbest fashion trends throughout the years. Go watch it right now.